Hello, Dan again from DozerWinchParts.com. Today we're going to do this video backwards. We're going to go finished winch to what it looked like before we started. Right now we're looking at the Carco H110. This is going on a John Deere 850 J or K. Okay, there you go. Finished other than paint. Important to go with the new hydraulic motor, or at least rebuilt one. These winches use shared hydraulic oil with the tractor. So if you have a hydraulic winch that you know nothing about, you never know what condition that motor's in. So you could be sending a blown hydraulic motor, all the particles and stuff, into your brand new nice crawler tractor and causing all kinds of hydraulic problems. So careful with used hydraulic winches. This one, obviously, as you can see, does have the thrust washer update on this end, which was significant. And we did a few other updates inside. This one, though, has the original drum. All the new 110s and 140s will have a reinforced, harder drum. But the old 110s, the drum was a 110 drum, which is strong, but not as strong as the 140s. So there you go. Gonna do a couple of mounting blocks. All right, there you're looking at what we call the ship loose group. We've got some wiring harnesses, some hydraulic lines, and some big heavy mounting blocks for adapting the back of that winch to the tractor. So this will all get shipped with it, just like normal. You want to get the install group, all genuine Carco PACCAR parts. This is Danny, our head winch tech, cleaning parts for the 110. Anytime we're doing these 110s, we just notice the dirty oil and the grime, anything we get them when there's been something wrong. And the only way to get all that oil out is you got to do every single part, all the way to the bottom. Those planetaries contaminate everything, even if you're doing regular oil changes. It's just hard to get it all out. Here, still going back in time, we had just put the drum back in the frame after power washing it, steam cleaning it. There's a drum in, new bearings and seals. Looking at the seals, I wanted to pause a minute here because the original seals have been replaced and updated with a different seal. So want to make sure to catch those part number changes. Carco doesn't have them updated in their system yet as of 2020. So something to watch there for new seals for the 110s and 140s. And here on the ring gear, just want to make sure you're really careful putting ring gears back in because they do not get any better. Just want to run out to the winch yard and show you, we've got a bunch of winches here, right? You never know what you're going to get. Some of them are junk. As you can see, that one is missing half of its parts inside. The one behind it's opened up. You know, kind of assume that those are not usable. Sometimes we end up with cores like this, you know. We open them up, we clean them up, we do everything to get them ready for a rebuild. And then when we put our parts list together, they end up like this. Empty. A couple of things left in there, but you know, they're just not cost effective to fix. So I'll run over and show you one of these, another one that was like that, which is just like this H110 we're working on. I don't know if you can see it, but up there you've got another H110 frame that's been gutted as a carcass and will eventually end up in the scrap pile. There's another H110, H140, and this is what that 110 we were working on. This is what it looked like, fully stripped down, nothing left. We power washed and cleaned the inside and got it all perfect, and went back to work with it. But as you can see, a couple of these frames just weren't cost effective to repair once you lose the final drive. We try and stockpile as many as we can with good finals, but that's the trick, is keeping good finals ready to rebuild. So anyway, that's what they should look like with the drum out and nothing left. That's your starting point. That's what it looks like before we start putting them back together. Nothing left inside. So it's just dumb metal, no bearings, no seals. So everything needs to be cleaned, inspected, and worked back up from a clean winch. So back again to the completed, rebuilt Carco H110 for the John Deere 850J or K. The excellent thing about the H110 specifically on a John Deere 850 is that if you buy the John Deere or get it equipped with the high performance hydraulic package that's winch ready, then you can get, they call this the H110, they call it the pipeline special, but basically it's just an oversized winch for the 850. All hydraulic winches suffer from line loss, whereas the bare drum line pull is huge, like 110,000 pounds in this model. But then as the drum fills up, you lose a lot of that line pull because the lost torque with a larger radius on your rope. So when you put an oversized winch on, that means as the wire rope fills the drum, you still have a ton of line pull, whereas a standard winch you'd lose that. So super cool. The 110 was originally designed for the like Cat D7 class and early D8s. So it is a large winch, tons of pulling power, and if you put it on a dozer like the 850, it actually will outpull a lot of PTO winches in the configuration, just the way the tractor's set up. So pretty cool deal, but it does require the high performance winch ready package with the high output pump on the tractor. So give us a call if you have any questions. Thanks.